Sup, everybody? How you guys doing? I know, a little bit late tonight, like 19 minutes late. Woohoo! But you know what, man? I'm here, so, you know, that part's good, right? Yeah, okay. Let's do a tweet then, eh? Let me see. What are we tweeting today? Oh, you know what? The event is about to end, so we're just gonna do a call out for that. It'll be easier than coming up with a tweet. What is this event again? Empty space. That's what this event is. There we go. The Lunar New Year event. Okay. So we'll do it like this. Dearest yet Marvel champions. The Lunar New Year event is about to be over. Got any more of them pretty red envelopes? Yes. No. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Tweet. We good. Dearest at Cat Murdoch. Yeah, I know, right? It almost went to her name. Twitter's weird. I type M at M, and that's what pops up. That is at C. Weird. Check my tweet, BG. Frojo, what's up, man? What do you got? Let me see. Let me see. Frojo. Frojo. Where are you at? Oh. Oh, what is this? Is this what you ate tonight? Hashtag this isn't pizza, or is it? This is not. I can confirm this is not pizza. Now listen. I'm sure I'm sure it tasted fine and all that. But that is not pizza. Oh, customer order that. Okay. Like the thing is, it's still bread and still sauce, and you can put things on it, and I'm sure it still tastes fine. But to call that pizza is a crime. Late as F per usual. Yeah, man. My bad. Late again. Joe Mama first one in here, followed by Doc Malik, Lowkey 420, Unreal God Rex, Arturo, Sup. We got Zolo Harris in here, Frojo, Pixie Bell. Sup, everybody. Let's get started. So I do need to finish up this Lunar New Year event. So let's do this. I think I have one path left. Yep. Let's just plow ahead with this team. I don't have suicides on right now, so that's why the change in team. Yeah, it's just the outer path. Okay, cool. That's why the change in team instead of using the usual Omega Red. Still better looking than anchovy? Yeah, I would eat that before I ate anchovies. I agree. How is back to school? I don't know what that means. If you think I'm back in school, well, I'm not. Won't be able to make it, man. I haven't slept in a while. Oh, dude, it's all good, man. Get some rest. This stream is this is the type of stream that you come to if you can't sleep. All right, but if you can sleep, then please do. Cutoffs, yeah, that's right. We gotta handle some cutoffs. So, here's what I guessed for Annihilus. It is Domino and Cable this time. Domino, say like 35 for Domino, I guess. Maybe, maybe 30. Should we do 36? Let's say 36. So, the reason why I think Domino's going to go 36, even though she's a great champion and could easily go higher, is just because a lot of people already have Domino. A lot of people have Domino. A lot of people have her ranked up. She doesn't really need to be awakened, except for defense. And in, I would say, the average high-level alliance that's capable of putting up a 30+ million score, most of those alliances will have at least one Domino on defense per battle group already. So people will still want Domino, absolutely, but I think the demand is not super high because of those reasons. But hey, if you don't have a Domino, now is a great time to pick her up. 4-star, yeah, about 6 mil. 3-star, 700k. Oh, I just realized. There's 2 rerun champions in a row, huh? Okay. And then Cable for the 4-star basic, who is going to go super low. Say 1.6 million for that guy, and yeah. Those are my guesses. Please go higher if you're going for any of these champions. They're merely just guesses. If you want them, play like you want them. Tyler Bost. Sending over to... Give me 1 second. I just realized I had to change this. Okay, there we go. Saying, when are you going to do your next crystal opening? I'm not entirely sure. I kind of want to open up my 6-star crystals after the crystal has been updated. I think I'm going to do that. Then Doom will be in the basic, and that'll be pretty cool if I can score myself a Doom. But I got to think on that a little bit. My 5-star crystals, I have over 20 of them at the moment, just waiting to be opened. And I'm waiting until Silver Surfer gets added to the basic. Slap. So I'm waiting on that. The rest of my crystals, I don't know. I'll open them at some point, but I don't have any like immediate plans. Alright, there we go. There's my red envelopes. Does anybody have tickets to trade? I do not want extra tickets. I just want to do a 1-for-1 trade. That is all I'm interested in doing. I don't even know how many I have. Let me see. I have 18, I guess. So, I don't know if anybody has 18 tickets they feel like trading. But if you do, let me know. Hey you, I have 4 left. I could do a 4 trade. Oh wait, hold up. Wally's saying I got 24. Well, it'll be easier to do it in just one swoop. If you want to do that. You do your stream in ASMR mode for 15 minutes. I cannot. Greetings of the evening to your good self, Mr. Grant. I hope sincerely the day has fared thee well. Shane, what an intro, man. It has fared thee well. Thank you. Oh, man. Way too orange. Right, there we go. Okay, I have to... Hold on. Social... How do you do this? I need to unhide that, I think. Does it now show? I don't know how you do this. I think it's possible that I may need to do the invite or something, or the friend request or whatever. You sent it? Okay, yeah. Then I think I'm gonna need to do it. Yeah. Hold on. How can I do this? Pope dreaming. Go to the Alliance. There we go. Okay. I couldn't remember if you had other like characters or whatever. Please do not send extra. If you send extra, I won't even be able to accept it. Has to only be 18, man. Or less. But whatever you do, please do not send 24. There'd be no way for me to accept it. I'd have to let it expire. It would break my rules. Alright. 18? It is 18. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Good morning, BG. Enzo, what's up, dude? Happy Friday, or is every day Friday for you? It's a little bit like that. I kind of go by, Laura's schedule, in a way. So, I consider her Friday to be my Friday, so it's not quite Friday yet. What's up, Art of Chaos? Alright. Wally, thank you very much. Let's get on with some stuff here. Wait. No, never mind. That's all I had to do, right? Like, now I have red envelopes in my inventory? Where are these things? Not here, right? Speaking of, hold on. Okay, so 18 days left on the 6 stars. Ooh, I'll have 3 6 stars to open up, too. Okay. That'll be nice. I didn't realize that. I thought I only had 2. I guess I got some 6 star shards. I'm sitting on 23 5 stars right now. And yeah, okay. Here, red envelopes. Oh, here we go. Okay, 66? Really? You got that many from the event? What? That's crazy. What the heck? Okay. Well, that's cool. I'll save those for a rainy day. I sent you my heart, but you didn't send yours back. I'm sorry, man. Alright, let's... hold on. Actually, I need to change that back, the request thing. There we go. And I hope you don't take this personally, man. To avoid any kind of accidental things in the future, I have to remove you. Don't take it personal. There's very few people here. Only people that I know in real life, and then of course I Dr. Dave and Lags, and that's it. Art of Chaos, send it over 5. Art of Chaos, thank you very much, man. With the how's it going pair. That pair, I'll tell you how it's going. It's going exactly like that pair. I look and feel exactly like that pair. My gut is expanding as planned. It's it's going well, man. How's it going with you? Art of Chaos, man. How are you doing? All good, bud. I respect the rules. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. How's everything going in 4 Loki anyway? I haven't really talked a whole lot with the 4 Loki dudes, a ton. By the way, I have a lot of unused masteries right now. If you're curious, I have 14 points up there. Just because, I don't know, I was screwing around with different builds, and I just kind of reset my offensive tree and never bothered to put points back in it. And I might mess around with some other masteries too. I don't know. But for right now, I'm going without suicides. I'll just have to be okay. Eric Gwynn, saying that correctly, sending over a couple bucks. Thanks, man. Let me see. Do you have a previous message? I don't see one. So just send it over $2 just because. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Aha! You sent over another 2 saying, what do you think about Night Thrasher? Okay, Night Thrasher. Night Thrasher is a little bit interesting, I would say. You know, the first time I played Night Thrasher, I called him Night Trasher because... actually, I don't even think I invented that. I think someone else said that, and I was like, yeah, I agree. He is trash. But that was... I tried him without any synergies. And without any synergies, that's kind of how I feel about him. But once you throw some synergies in there, his damage is pretty good. He takes a little bit of time to ramp up. But he does have a little bit of utility. It's not the craziest amount. You're not going to be using him every single fight or anything like that. But he's not a bad champion. He's just a little bit hard to find the best use for him at times. But if you need debuffs, if you need incinerate immunity, if you need different damage types, because he has... I know he has shock damage, right? Does he also have incinerate? I can't remember if he has that or not. Or if I'm just thinking that because of incinerate immunity. Either way, he's got a few things going for him. And he pairs well with one of the champions that I really enjoy playing, which is Darkhawk. So, yeah, I think in order to get the best damage out of Night Thrasher, you need to have his Sig ability at a high level. And that's the other thing that makes it difficult to play Night Thrasher, is typically I think there's better skill champions to invest resources into, you know, assuming you have those champions. And if you're investing resources in those other champions, well, then your resources are gone and don't really have them available to, you know, to take Night Thrasher's Sig level up high, or even just regular level and rank and stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about him. Shock and Incinerate and Bleed with synergies? Okay, okay. I thought so. Yeah, so he has a bunch of different damage types. It's pretty cool. But... yeah, it is a little bit hard, I would say, to... Hard to kind of justify ranking him in some ways, you know? But if you enjoy playing him, then I would say, hey, there are definitely worse champions out there. He's not too bad. If you don't enjoy playing him, then just keep him as arena fodder, you know? But dude, thank you very much for the super chats. I appreciate it, man. Okay, Articast, what are you saying? It's falling apart. People are talking in the news chat. It's just chaos. Oh man, I need to come back and explain. This can't be done. All right, come on, buddy. Stinking Punisher. Thank you for wasting my time. Prestige, there's lots of dumb people. Prestige. No, at least. Yeah, okay. Man. I'm assuming a little bit of dreaming, maybe? BG, my 3 top champs are Hype, Domino, and Warlock. Should I run Suicides? You can honestly go either way, Tom. With those champions, you... Yeah, you could really go either way. I would say, like, you're probably better off without suicides when using those champions. But they are a bit suicide friendly. So, I mean, you know, Hype has immune to poison, of course. Domino can shrug off the bleed. And then Warlock has double immunity, so it's not like they're, you know, bad with suicides, right? But they're probably a little bit better without suicides. But if you grind Arena or something like that, and you're just worried that you're not going to be able to quest or play War or something like that, I wouldn't worry. And yeah, I would just pop them on. But if you don't grind Arena or anything, then I'd probably leave them off. What's up, BG? Just pulled a Sim Supreme. Not sure what kind of matchups he's good for. He seems like a novelty champ who does a lot of stuff, but isn't the best at anything. Thoughts? Well, Sim Supreme, I wouldn't go as far as saying novelty champ. He's definitely... His uses are a little bit more niche in this game compared to the average top champs. But he's really good for certain fights. Like, I can't say I've really used mine outside of the champion boss in 6.2.6. Maybe a few little fights here and there. I mean, there's a couple fights leading up to that boss that I use him for. Oh, you know, I mean, actually, I used him for... He's really good for the Medusa boss in Act 6 as well. Like, he's a pretty... I don't know, he's pretty good. I definitely wouldn't call him a novelty champ. Like, he's definitely a solid champion. And I feel like he's the type of champion that isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Like, we have new Mystic champions coming out, and, I mean, I guess I don't really know about the new Mystic champs yet. Even being in the content creator program, it's the honest truth. I haven't learned the new champs or anything. But I feel like the abilities that Sim Supreme has, the staggers, you could stagger the opponent without even hitting them. Just being able to take control of the fight. The bleeds that he has being good for a number of things. The armor breaks are some of the biggest armor breaks in the game because of how they stack with Mystic Dispersion. He's good. But yeah, I think when it comes to Sim Supreme, you're good. Like, generally, I would say he can be left a rank below the rest of your champions just because you're not going to be using him all the time. Of course, after you get a bunch of champions ranked up, then he's a good champion rank. Oh, come on, dude. This invulnerability lasts forever. I really don't want to put suicides back on already. I just took them off like a few hours ago. But man, this is starting to get painful. But yeah, no, he has some serious usability in this game, for sure. What are your thoughts on the $29.75 unit deals when you complete uncollected monthly quest? Thoughts are they're not the worst deals I've ever seen, but they're also not the best, and typically I would recommend avoiding those deals. A lot of the value is in the potions and revives, and if you're going to make use of all of those potions and revives, then the value's there. But I think in most cases, using items is kind of a double-edged sword in a way, you know? Like, okay, and I'm not saying this because of my itemless stuff. I've used plenty of items to get through plenty of quests, but if you rely too much on items, what'll happen is, like, you're struggling to get through a quest, right? If you use a lot of items to get through it, that's great that you got through it, but then you're going to find yourself stuck in the next quest. You know, chances are the next quest is not going to be easier than the one before it. Talking about like story mode or something, you know. So I think it's good to use like a moderate amount of items to get through a quest. But the second it goes into like the crazy territory outside of something like the Abyss, the second it goes into a crazy territory of like, okay, you need to use 3,000 units to get through like this one quest or something. It's, I don't know. And of course, if you were like I said, if you were gonna use all of them and use all of them, if you could like spread them out, like if you were just planning on doing like all of a chapter of Act 6 or something like that, where, yeah, you are going to need a lot of resources probably to get through, because some of that stuff is pretty nasty, then it starts to make a bit more sense. So yeah, it kind of depends on where you're at, how you plan to use those resources, but typically, I don't recommend it. Typically, I recommend taking your time, collecting the free revives from the daily 22-hour solo event. If you're able to farm up some potions, I think potion farming is less important these days, now that they changed the cost of potions. But if you're able to do that, that's nice. If not, that's fine. But even just farming up the the 20% revives and taking your time to get through a quest will typically get you going further with less units. You want to wait until 2025 to do the Abyss? Yeah, I know. Like I said, the Abyss is different. The Abyss is different. There is no getting through the Abyss without using a lot of resources. I know a lot of those resources are team-based though, so even then, like, it's hard to get the best value. Like I don't have the list of everything that you get from the uncollected offer in front of me, but I do remember a lot of it's team-based. So, like, okay, you want to get it because you're going through the Abyss. Are you really taking advantage of all the team-based stuff, though? Sometimes you are, sometimes you can, but... Farm a ton of potions before all my content pushes at least 50 and 100. Yeah, see, I think that's the best way to go about it. Even if you don't farm like crazy, even if you just farm, you know, to hit the cap in your inventory, 25. Sometimes that's enough. And if it's not enough, well then okay, you supplement with some units, and before you go into the next path, you farm some more. When I said novelty champ, I mean he isn't as practically used as other mystics like Magic, Doom, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, since you pretty much have to get a special 3 to be useful, which can't be done in every matchup. Yeah, I don't know. I will say, yeah, you probably will find yourself using someone like Doom or Black Widow a bit more over Sim Supreme. So yeah, I agree with that, but I don't know. Honestly, most Mystic champions, they're set up so that they're good if the enemies have buffs, and they're not good if the enemies don't have buffs. It's not always the case, but that's how it feels for most of the Mystics. Like, if you can take advantage of Mystic Dispersion, then honestly, you could use Sim Supreme. Every single fight that you could take advantage of it, Sim Supreme's a god. The amount of damage you can do with that guy is pretty nuts. You're saying, but I'm definitely not at your level where I'm close to doing itemless. Even with items, it's a big challenge. If I attempt itemless, my phone would not exist. No, I understand. I understand. It's what I'm trying to say, like, about the, you know, not using too many items thing, is just to be patient, basically. Like, I'd rather be patient and maybe not go through a quest right away and save the units and wait until I have stronger champions to get through the quest, rather than spending too much on the items to get through it. Everybody's different, but that's how I feel, at least. This is long before itemless, you know? Like, to give an example, people used 4-star Star-Lord to get through Labyrinth of Legends. I didn't. If people want to do that, that's good for them, but I'm good. I rather let's go do a different arena. I waited until I had a decent option with Gwenpool, and then I kind of tricked myself into thinking Gwenpool is good for 100%, and honestly, she was not good for 100%, and I kind of regret my decision to go through with her, and I did spend a ton of items going through there. I mean, it's not like a big regret, but it probably would have been better had I not done that. Hey BG, quick, what's up, Lazarnian? Girlfriend gets kidnapped in a foreign country. You stay out until 2 a.m. with authorities, but eventually you have to call it and return to your hotel. Do you still do your skincare routine? Yes or no? Dude, you gotta take... It's the largest organ in your body. Lazarnian, you got to. Of course, yeah. And, I mean, the second you start to let that slide, and you're like, no, I don't care about my skin anymore, then what happens when you find out what happens to your girlfriend? You're going to fall into that habit of just not taking care of yourself. And think about it. What would she want? You know? What would she want you to do? She'd want you to have nice skin. Oh, man. PGA got a 6-star Domino and 6-star Mysterio. Who should I rank up? Probably Domino. Depends a little bit on your situation, but Domino, most players are going to find to be more useful than Mysterio. ABG planning to do Abyss with Aegon, Nick Fury, Human Torch, Morningstar / Sim Supreme. Nice, man. Wish you the best of luck. You got some powerful champions there. I still don't know the Abyss too well, but I know the likes of Aegon, Nick Fury, Torch. Some of those get used a lot in that place. It's a good effect. I think Doom, Black Widow, Clairvoyant can still be used in monthly questing and do well when the opponents don't have many buffs. Sim Supreme, super slow, passive. Power game pretty much cripples him when there are no buffs. It's a little bit deceiving. So, actually, I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. But it is a little bit deceiving. So, let's go ahead and pop into a Winter Soldier fight real quick. His power gain is not that bad. So, I'll use... let's use... Yeah, alright, let's just use Captain Beardo. Let's cut these guys. Use Captain Beardo. Actually, we could throw Sim Supreme on the team as well. Okay. So, what I want to do is, I want to see how many hits it takes for me to get a Special 3 with Beardo. And before I go into this, I will say, yeah, typically you're not getting a Special 3 with Captain America. And in the shorter quests, of course, you could finish the fight with an L2. But some of the more difficult content in this game, he's not finishing the fight in a single L2. But anyway, let's do this fight. I want to see how many hits it takes to get to an L3 with both champions. All right, and I'm gonna be playing this fight as if I was doing a difficult quest, which means I would not be pushing Winter Soldier to a special 2. Which is not really gonna have too much effect on the test, but just saying. Come on, buddy. It'll have a slight effect if this guy's not throwing his specials. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm out now at 30 hits. I'm not quite at a special 3. If I block these, I would be, but typically I'm not going to block, and typically 35 hits, special 3. Okay, let's quit this fight. And let's now do it with Sim Supreme. What's up, Brian? Kind of want to rank 5 She-Hulk. Thoughts? I kind of want to do the same, Pete. So I'm going to play this the exact same way. We'll see how many hits it takes to get to an L3. Okay, 30 hits. It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same. Even though it took me 35 with Captain America, like I said, I could have blocked a couple of extra hits, and it would have got me there, and yeah. So, it feels really slow getting to a special 3 with Sim Supreme a lot of times. It feels very, very slow. But, it's not actually that slow. You know? Chuck Ryan sending over a buck. Saying, hey BG, if they don't call next featured Cavaliers Longshot Crystals, will they at least call the Mojo / Longshot featured Cavs Fat Chance Crystals? Wow. I hope so, man. I really hope so. Longshot Crystal followed by Fat Chance Crystal. Oh, please, Kabam. Please. I hope so, man. Okay, anyway. Let's get out of here. I don't think he gained any buffs, right? Winter Soldier, how does his buff work? He gains Fury if he's hitting you or something? Either way, I don't have Mystic Dispersion, so that wouldn't have mattered, but yeah. Credit for that second joke goes to Sando and my alliance. Epic. Nice. Ryan, it's been a while. Ree, what's up, dude? Antline fact of the day? Yeah, man. Hit me with it. Alright, let's go back to Arena. And you know what? Let's do this Arena. Need to at least get some 6 stars going. I don't need any of the champions in this round, so might as well spread my roster out a bit. Still disappointed we didn't get a crystal. It looks like an acorn. Agreed. It would have been cool to see. Also, BG, did you go through Ebony Maw buffs? I did. I made a video about Ebony Maw. He's still not very good. But there was one kind of cool thing that I found with him. That, yeah, if you want to see, recommend checking out the video. Just it's about his power control. But damage-wise, he's still really bad. I assumed that his damage was still going to be really low because they weren't adjusting any of his base stats. And they weren't giving him, like, extra attack on any of his abilities or anything like that. But there was one modifier that we didn't know what the modifier was going to be necessarily, which is the SIG ability, the effect it has on the degen damage based on the deterioration debuffs that you have, or passives, or whatever they are. But the bottom line is, the damage is still so weak. It's pretty pathetic. I don't really mind it so much though. You know, Maw, he's mostly a defender anyway. And I do think there's a slight chance for him to have some sort of offensive use somewhere. Bushido Brown, send it over Pound. What's up, man? Bushido Brown, send it over Pound saying, hey, beautiful. Bushido Brown. Hey. What's up, dude? Thank you very much for the pound. I don't get why people say Sim Supreme doesn't need to be awakened. I've been playing around with my new 6-star, and he's not so good, IMO. Total RNG with the staggers, whereas with Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Nullify is guaranteed at the start of the fight just by landing hits. Well, you don't always need to remove the buff like right away. I don't know, it's a pretty high chance to stagger. It's a bit of RNG, absolutely, but I don't know, it doesn't feel that bad when he's not awakened, in my opinion. Depending on the fight you're doing, of course. I think if you're using him against someone like Hyperion, and you need to do as few hits as possible, because if you do a 5-hit combo and the dude's just gaining power the whole time, you don't get a stagger or anything like that, yeah, you could be in for some trouble. But for most fights, it's not that serious. It's not that dire of a situation. Just getting some staggers up from hitting the opponent later on the fight, it's fine. But yeah, I know I do think Sim Supreme's Awaken ability is useful. It is good in some chances for sure. Ryu with the antlion fact. Antlions mate in the summer, and females lay fertilized eggs in sandy soil. Takes 1 to 3 years as larvae. Hold on. How do you... That's not just larva, right? How do you say that word? Larvae? Hold on. I'm going to get back to this fact.
Larva.
Oh, really? Huh. Okay. I was wrong. Alright, let me read this. Let me start over after butchering this. Antlions mate in the summer, and females lay fertilized eggs in sandy soil. It takes 1 to 3 years as larvae that eventually pupates in a sand-encrusted silk cocoon at the bottom of the sand trap. Dude, it takes that long? Holy crap. That's a long time. That's a long-ass time. Ryu was sent over 50 then PHP saying read last 2 BG, I love you. Alright, hold on. Wait, was there a different one? Okay, I read the first one. I see. Bonus fact. If you take care of antlions and wonder when they turn into pupa, the amount of time a larva pupates, is that even, am I even saying this? Depends on how you take care of it. The more fed it is, the faster it pupates. Now I gotta look up this word. Oh, man.
Pupate.
Okay. I never feel dumber than reading some of these, reading certain things and being like, I don't even know how to read this word. Let's go to Google. Help me, Google. But okay. Interesting. You want that antlion faster, you gotta take care of it. If you want to see Sims RNG in full action, watch my Summoner Showdown final. Did you get some bad RNG there? I don't even remember. I'm guessing so. Reading is hard, BG. I know, Pixie Belt. It's so hard. Dabbing 710 YouTube or YT sending over one of them Canadian bucks. Thanks for the loony. Saying, hey BG, kind of turned on my oven by accident. What? Recently got my first rank 3 5-star. Guess who? Omega Red awakened. Uncollected. Here I come. Dude. Okay. Nice, man. Congrats. Yeah, Omega Red will be great for getting uncollected, for sure. I just had a buddy of mine who used their 550 to help them get uncollected. Congrats, man. That is a huge pull. Listening to you makes me feel smart, BG. Dale, glad I could provide that service. Like, here's the thing, guys. Of course, I know how to read all of these words and pronounce them perfectly. But this is proof. Like, I just want to make you guys feel smart. That's what I'm here for. It's like losing on purpose in a game, you know? I'm just losing when it comes to knowing how to read. Avery Lopez sent it over too, saying, read last, please. Thank you. Love your streams. Thanks, man. Where's your last? Hey, BG. Which 2 rank 5 would you recommend? Captain Marvel movie, Corvus, Ghost, or Omega? Got Suicides, All Awakened. Only have Stark at rank 5. Goals are all variants in Act 6. Thank you. Oof. Okay. Wow. A lot of options here. Which 2 rank 5 would you recommend? Okay. That's a doozy. I'm pretty partial to Omega Red, so kind of biased here since I use Omega Red all the time. I don't know if you ask this question to 100 people, I don't know if all 100 would say Omega Red. They probably wouldn't. But I really like Omega Red. He may not be the best for Variant 1 due to all the robots, but he's certainly helpful in Act 6, certainly helpful in some of the other variants as well. For me, it'd probably be Ghost and Omega Red, but I think it's a lot of personal preference in this. I think a lot of people have their Corvus ranked up and love Corvus for a reason. He is awesome to use. Especially Awakened, doesn't need that high sig level or anything. Can save you a lot of resources with his cheat death. I may not use my Corvus a lot, but that's kind of because I pulled him late. Otherwise, I would have used him more. And had I got a chance to use him more, maybe that would have changed my answer. But even still, I'm like using him to get through one of the toughest paths in my itemless run and stuff. So like I totally understand his value. But here's my line of thinking. I consider Corvus and Ghost to be a bit similar, you know? Like, of course there's differences between them, but they both have the guaranteed crits. Both relying mostly just on that like physical raw damage. Whereas like Omega Red has like a different damage type, and yeah, just it allows you to do some things that those other characters cannot. And as good as I think Captain Marvel movie is, I don't think she's as good as those other 3. So for general purpose, in some areas she is the best option, but just for general purpose, I feel like those other 3 are just a little bit higher up on the list. But I think it's a lot of personal preference, you know? I'm kind of telling you what I would do. But it's important to think about what you would prefer to do, because all 4 of those champions are super strong. I think when it comes to Captain Marvel, a lot of people say gotta have that Nick Fury synergy for her to really be at her strongest. So I don't know if you have Nick Fury. But yeah, I think you can pick up any 2 of those 4 and be fine. And yeah, it's going to be mostly personal preference. But that's what I would do. I'd go Omega Red, and I would go Ghost. Out of those, personally. But dude, thank you very much for the 2. Appreciate it, man. Good luck with your decision. It's not an easy one. One last thing I will say is that it feels like Omega... Omega, I think out of those 4 champions, he is the only one that really needs a higher Sig level. So if you don't have a lot of Sig stones to put into him, maybe hold off on him for now. I don't know. And then Ghost, of course, has the unique playstyle where if you don't like Ghost playstyle, then yeah, definitely don't go with her. Okay, yeah, thank you very much, dude. All right. The owner also sent an over 5. Thanks, man. Saying, compare your happiness with the game now that you are alone compared to being with 4 Loki. How much longer will you be alone? My happiness is about the same. I haven't been out of the Alliance that long, though. And I know at a certain point, I'm going to run out of rank up resources, and I'm going to be like, damn, I really wish I was still getting catalysts and stuff like that. Well, it reminds me, I saw a word to show you. Okay, Star. But yeah, I mean, I miss all those guys too, and of course that that lowers the happiness. It was a good group of guys, you know. But at the same time, it's kind of nice not having to do war, since I didn't really care too much about war. And yeah, I don't know. I think, you know what I think it is? I think I've always just been able to be happy in most situations. Like, so, like, either way, I'm gonna be happy. But I do miss those guys. I do miss the rewards and all that and stuff. But how much longer will I be alone? I don't know. I can't really say. The situation has not changed, is all I can really say for now. So, yeah. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it. Dabbing sending over another one of them Canadian bucks, another loony, saying, have miscalculated 37 divided by 37. Wait, what? I miscalculated 37 divided by 37x, and MC2 equals 368%. Wait, what? Hold on. What were we talking about? Oh, wait, I see another comment from you. Maybe this is it. BG, ever since I took a math class last year, my brain has been doing calculations since, and since so, I realize I'm trapped in a time vortex due to the reason I've miscalculated my plans. Aha, okay, now it's making more sense. Miscalculated 37 divided by 37x, and MC2 equals 368%. That's a costly mistake, man. You need to be careful about that. We have a math professional in here, in the owner, and possibly some others. It's possible that they may be able to assist you in not entering the vortex or something. I don't even know. Wow, man. But thank you very much for the buck. Maybe I'd recommend getting a one of those sweet graphing calculators so that that doesn't happen again. Would that help? One of those graphing calculators that people were like playing Super Mario Brothers on or something. I always wanted one of those. Just so I can play Super Mario Brothers, of course. Bushido Brown sent over another pound as well. Say, BG sounded like someone coming out of a breakup, trying to be rational and truthful, even though he's hurting. It does sound like him coming out of a breakup, man. You're right. The way, the way it was worded originally. Are you happy being alone? Or rate your happiness being alone? That's okay, I'm still happy. Math? Make America think harder? What? What's up, Euthanitis? I saw a BG bowling once, aka Turkey Boy. It's true, that was my nickname while bowling. Turkey Boy. What? Hey BG, Ethan and I want to say good day. We've been smashing an MCOC and keep enjoying your stream. Awesome. Ponchinator and Ethan. Sounds like everything's going well for you guys. It's good to hear. Happier now than when you rode your bicycle to work every day, because that's what really matters. Yeah. To be honest though, I'm gonna get killed by this Hulk, aren't I? I was hoping for a stun. Please don't use your special 3. He didn't even need to. Wow. Hulk smash. Okay. There are times where I miss riding my bike, for sure. But I do not miss my old job, and I do not miss like riding my bike in the rain or in the snow. So yeah, I'm definitely happier now. Should kill him, right? Yeah, sweet. Hey BG, thought to run this idea by you for a new branch of Masteries, Suicides 2.0, where you're able to go down a new branch to get a total of plus 60 attack, but it's now a permanent incinerate and I'm guessing shock, or no, 16-second cold snap, but you don't have to choose recoil since not as many champs are immune to cold snap and incinerate. Interesting. I think so. We have talked a little bit about that in the past, but I think you're the first person that I could recall, at least, to recommend not picking up recoil with those two. There are less champions with those immunities, but I think if you think about like the long term of the game, there's going to be more champions with those immunities. So it's kind of dangerous for like adding champions in the future. So yeah, I think recoil is a must. If you're gonna get those, I do think it's a good idea to give people choice. If you want, like you can only have 2 of those masteries, no matter what. But to like choose which debuffs you have. I think that could be a thing. I think that there'd be a way to balance that fine. But yeah, recoil, I feel like it has to be there. I've always wanted them to put this in the description of a champion. Immune to recoil damage. I always thought that would be cool. Little sort of unrelated to your idea, but somewhat related at the same time. But yeah, it's too dangerous for the future, I think, to not have any recoil and all that extra attack. You could even say that would be like think about right now, Mystic champions, even if they're not immune. Even if they're not immune, it would still be better to run that mastery setup, like way better. Because you could just continue to spam your specials, and that might be a little too powerful. Combining those with Mystic Dispersion, where you're just spamming back to back to back to back. I hate fighting Nick Fury in the arena. might be my least favorite champion to fight in the arena. He's pretty tanky, and the fact that you got to go through him twice really sucks. Any day, Nick Fury. I need to put Suicides back on. Right now I want to try Maw versus Abyss Captain Marvel. I'd like to see that. I don't even know how she works, but I'd still like to see it. I just want to see a use for Maw. A good use for Maw. I think it might exist. Brian, question though, are you keeping or selling your Namor? Just curious where you're at with that. No, I'm definitely keeping Namor. What's up, man? Got a luck streak going here. Pulled 5-star Torch, 6-star Namor today. Loving both of them. Nice, man. Yeah, Namor is still good. I still disagree with the change being made to him, but he's still a good champion at the end of the day, so. Alright, let's run these top champs. IBG, yesterday pulled 6-star Namor. Dang, a lot of 6-star Namors going out. Is he still good? Yeah. So the thing about Namor, though, is he's good mostly for his Awaken ability, and kind of needs higher Sig level. So until you can get him at a high Sig level, he can still do some burst damage and stuff, but for the most part, you're going to be using other champions over Namor. It's already there. She's called Ghost. 3 out of 3 recoil, pure ownage. It's kind of true, yeah. Are there... I can't remember. Are there other champions that can get around recoil? Or is she still the only one? Like, when Namor was first released, people thought there'd be a way to get out of recoil, but it's not possible. Psst. Dingus. That's the word star. Title with 2 T's, which I'm guessing is not pronounced title, and is probably pronounced tittle. What the hell? Well, first thing that comes to mind is I know that a tit is another word for bird, right? So, or it's a type of bird. So maybe this is a little bird. That's all I can think of. What the hell, Star? Why do you make me say these words on stream? Tittle, more like, but sure. Okay. I'm locking in final answer of a little bird, like a baby. Oh, I can't say those words together. Jeez, a baby bird. I almost said baby other thing. This just sounds really bad. Hey BG, any CCP, Mojo, and or Longshot vids coming soon? Yes, I have a Longshot on my account. I am back in the CCP. Just joined, just rejoined. This is my first champion since joining back. I have a Longshot on my account, and I will be making a video for a Longshot. Okay, tittle, noun, a tiny amount or part of something. Or 2, a small written or printed stroke or dot indicating omitted letters in a word. The dot of an I is called a tittle. Wow. Learn something new every day. I wonder if I ever knew that. Because I feel like the dot of an I figure, like, as a kid, I wonder if that ever came up, or if I was just like, oh, that's just the dot of an I. I wonder if I ever asked that growing up. What is this thing called? Probably not, but maybe. Could be interesting. Would probably suck. Probably Pete. What is... Oh wait, you have a different part. You and Captain Marvel both gain a power gain buff. It gives you 1.5 bars of power every 10-ish seconds. You degen when over 1.5 bars. Oh. Is it a bad degen? That's the type. Oh man, see, that's the type of fight where you would be able to just fire back-to-back special 3s. You do a heavy attack to steal her power gain buff, as long as it's a buff and not a passive. And then just use your L3. Go nuts, but you're gonna take too much damage, aren't you? I wonder if there's a way around that. Yeah, the degen's bad. It's probably okay. Yeah, if the degen's bad, then there's no way. If it was a tiny degen, then I would say maybe you could do something like use your level 1 special or something. Spam that. Because your level 1 special with Maw, it, I think it puts a buff on the opponent. It's like a Fury buff that doesn't have any increased attack or something. And then with Mystic Dispersion and all the other power gain, you can kind of rotate between using Special 1 and using Special 3 or something. This way you'd be taking less degen, but no, that would probably still be pretty bad. Brian, I for one am so glad you're back in the CCP. You have a perfect way of presenting champions. Love your rundowns, and honestly, I think you're the best. Tony Dola. What a compliment right there, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I'll do my best to... I have a slightly different style of video that I've been wanting to do forever now, and you guys haven't seen videos like this from me before, but I promise you I've been working on like a different style of champion video. I don't want to hype it up. I don't mean to hype it up. It's not necessarily going to be like crazy, mind-blowing awesome. It's just different. So yeah. But this will probably this will be the first time of doing something a little bit different that you guys will see. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know if you like it, and if so, then I'll continue doing it with this different style. BGE, when can I sell my 5-star Quill Obsidian and Namor? I think you should be able to sell them right now. Let me double check the dates for you. Actually, wait, no. I think I'm wrong on that. I think it's the 10th. I feel like it's the 10th through 24th. Hang on. We'll go check it out together. By the time I find this, somebody will probably already have it in the chat, but that's okay. Yeah, February 10th through 24th, you'll be able to sell Quill Obsidian or Namor during this 2-week window. So coming soon. Important to note, though, you don't get the resources back right away. You got to wait until March 9th. That's the projected date, at least. So there's a chance it could be, a couple days before, a couple days after type of thing, maybe. Uh-oh, he said the P word. Brian, have you learned not to promise us anything? Did I say promise? I know promise is usually a word. Oh, wait, no, I think I said promise that I've been working on things. Okay. Yeah, well, that's different. because that's I don't promise releasing content anymore, but I have been working on things. I can promise you that at least. Those things were supposed to be released a long time ago, but yeah. Whoa, his head is so big. Thank you, Zenitis. Thank you. BG, you going for Domino? Nah. I already have. I think my 4-star Domino is Sig 99. Not that it matters. And 5-star, I have 5-star Unawakened, and I don't care enough to awaken her. I would like to get the silver stars on her, but I never really play Domino, and offensively it doesn't really matter anyway. And time-wise, I'd rather put the time towards actually making a video about this champion that I just talked up a little. BG, who's my best option for Lab 100% in your opinion? Ghost, Stark, or Domino, all 565? Initial clear is done. Ghost. If you're assuming you're proficient with Ghost, then I would say Ghost is the way. Stark, Spidey, and Domino, they're both great, actually. But you'll find yourself having a hard time using those champions to get through, like Abomination or Guillotine. I don't know if those champions can do X23. I'm assuming Domino can, and Stark Spidey cannot. I could be wrong on that, though. But yeah, I think a general Ghost is best. Between those three, at least. BG, will we ever see you go for a champ again? Yeah, I'm sure. Right now, it's kind of tough for me to, outside of going for 4 stars at least. But yeah, at some point, I'm gonna want to get a new champion, and I will grind for another one. I should have baited out a special. I don't know why I pushed. Please kill her. Oh, good. That's why I pushed. Suck it, Angela. Also, there's trailers for an Apple TV show called Mythic Quest. It's by the same people as Always Sunny. I want it. I heard about that. I forgot the name, but I did hear about that. Something about Mac and Charlie having a video game store or something? I don't know what happened, but take a look at 2 Loki roster. It's basically 3.5 Loki. Is there a lot of 4 Loki dudes in there? More of an office game developer thing. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Whoops. Not a game store, but a game studio type thing. Okay. Looks amusing. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be good. Ooh, free crystal. Let's see. Wow, look at this. This is the only news. This is the only news in the entire Alliance. An Alliance member found a 4-star Annihilus. Woo! It's funny, man. Alright. I think the O in 2 Loki is an actual O, right? Yeah. Pitter patter. DTs in there. Hold on a second. Oh, never mind. I think I understand now. I forgot. I forgot what you had told me. But okay. Yeah. There's definitely some old 4 Lokis in here though. That's for sure, man. I'm sure I would forget them all going through it, but of course, One Punch Man, Jude, DT, Wood. That's the same Wood, right? I think. Crash and Burn. Yeah, there's a bunch. It's good to see people still playing, man. I don't always keep up with people after, you know. I do a bad job of keeping up with anyone, but especially like not being in the same alliance as someone, I never know, like, okay, are they still playing the game or what? And yeah, most people who step down from 4 Loki, they still keep playing. They just do so not in 4 Loki. So it's good to see. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Wow. Should I use my 4-star Cosmic Awakening Gem on Corvus, Sparkles, or Hyperion? It's a tough call. All 3 of those champions are really strong. If you use the Suicide Masteries, or you have any intention of unlocking the Suicide Masteries anytime soon, then Corvus is definitely the answer. If you do not plan on running the Suicide Masteries at all, then that's when it gets tough. Between those 3, they're all so good. Corvus might still be the answer. I'm pretty partial to Hyperion myself. And of course, Captain Marvel's a great champion too. It's really a tough one. I think it's mostly personal preference. Like I said though, if you do run the Suicides or have any intention, then I would definitely go with Corvus. If not, it's really personal preference. All 3 of those champions are they're some of the best champions in the game. All 3 of them are capable of helping you, you know, get through. I don't know exactly where you're at, but assuming you're still maybe in Act 4 or pushing to get uncollected or something like that, all 3 of those champions can help you do that. I just realized, how did I not get a Fury for that? Oh, I guess he wasn't stunned. It's too slow. Okay. Anyway. Corvus is always the answer. Apparently having 2 Corvuses wasn't enough today for me. Wait, what? Oh, no, okay. I think I understand what you're saying. Some mistakes were made, possibly. Yeah, between those 3, I don't have a ton of experience with Captain Marvel, so it's always hard for me to talk about her, but I really do like Hyperion. He's so strong. Burn. Dude, not running Suicides in the arena is such a pain. Oh my god. Why did I ever take these things off? Ugh. 6-star on AQ, 5-star on D. I was asked to bring my Corvus to war attack. Oh, dang, okay. That was not what I was thinking. Wow. I was thinking you brought 1 to war, 1 to AQ, and we're just saying that you got wrecked or something. Wow. So now you need 1 for D, 1 for AQ, 1 for attack. Bring on the 7 stars, I guess. BGE, besides energy refills, what do you think is the best usage for units, Act 6 completion deals, or Cavalier crystals? Hold on. Besides energy refills, what do you think is the best use for units? Access completion deals or Cavalier crystals? Well, I think like other special offers are higher than access completion deals and Cavalier crystals. When 6.1 first came out, and even for a while after, I would say that deal was really good. But now that we've seen like the updated rewards, or not rewards, but updated deals for the 4th of July and Cyber Monday, those offers are stronger. And it's likely that, like, over time, those offers are just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. So, yeah, that's the best. That's the best usage of units. Outside of Masteries. Masteries are always going to be the highest because, there's no replacing Masteries, no matter where you're at in the game. So that's always going to be the highest. And then from there, it's the deals that come out on 4th of July, Cyber Monday, and some other times throughout the year. It's less predictable, but there's offers that are going to be even better than the Act 6 completion stuff. And in my opinion, better than Cavalier crystals as well. And yeah. If I was to say what's better, the Act 6 completion deals or Cav crystals, for me personally, it's the Act 6 completion deals. Just because the Cav crystals are, of course, when they work out, they're amazing, but a lot of people blow so many units and get nothing in return. It's one of those slippery slope type things where you buy a few, don't get lucky, and you're like, okay, well, I have to get lucky eventually. I'll just keep buying them. Or, other way around, you buy a few, you get lucky, and you're like, oh, I got lucky. These things aren't too bad. Let me keep buying them. Like, either way, you're just stuck in a life of buying Cav crystals until the end of time. But yeah, they're really not that bad either. Like, here's the thing about any type of offers like that. It's going to vary. That's kind of my general feeling, is that I rather get special offers in this game over crystals. But if you also need gold and you also need ISO and you don't grind the arena to get those things, or not enough to get a steady supply of those things, then Cavalier crystals, their value just went up. Because even when you're missing, when you're getting those Cav crystals, you're still getting gold, or really you're still getting ISO, and then you could take the ISO and sell it if you need the gold. But let's say you grind arena a lot, well, you miss out on that value of the Cav crystals. PG, you should go alliance list so you don't have to ask for help. Pete, that's exactly why there's no one allowed in my alliance. I was going to do that at first. I was going alliance list, and then someone told me that if you're in an alliance, but you're by yourself, there's no help request button. Like, watch after this round. I won't have to request help. It's just automatically not an option. Does Mystic Mastery Core go on sale in the loyalty store in the next 20 minutes? I do not know. If it's Science right now, then it will be Mystic next. The time to start. Did the time start to sell Namor? Not yet. We just looked it up. It's the 10th that it starts. 10th through 24th. ABG, would you say 5-star Sim Supreme is worth Mystic Gem? Or should I save it for Doom or Black Widow? It's a tough question. I don't think Doom or Black Widow really needs the Awakening either. But Doom, of course, has that crazy prestige, and I would save it just for that, just for Doom for the prestige. And then like while you're saving, if there comes a situation where you're like, damn, I really need Sim Supreme Awakened to get through this quest, then okay, give him the gem. But until that day comes along, you might as well hold on to it, you know? That's how I would look at it. This guy's gonna kill me. If he uses his special 3, I'm probably dead. Please don't use it, buddy. He's gonna wait until he gets real low. Alright, at least the attack increase is gone from this guy, so now he's not gonna kill me, I don't think. Okay. Well, that's awesome. If I retire, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it's not bad. I just opened a 6-star Black Bolts. Not too sad though because of my maxed out Medusa. Nice. I wouldn't be sad about that either. That's a good pull, man. They unlock the ability to sell any Namor till then also. Okay, yeah, that's probably a good move. Don't want people accidentally selling. Give them time to kind of force them to try out the champion. Namor's still good. We've come across a few situations where it'd be worth to sell him. But not because he's a bad champion, just because of a way to kind of take advantage of the resources if you need them for something else, or you know. But for most people, I would not recommend selling. Usually you think of selling my Namor. What'd I just say, man? No, I'm just kidding. To recover my Awakening Gem, since I pulled him after using the Awakening Gem on him, can't decide if this is dumb or not. I don't think it's dumb. Just... got a question for you, I guess. So, did you pull Namor before you maxed his Sig level? Like, if you pulled Namor, you used an Awakening Gem, and then you used 199 Sig Stones, and then you pulled Namor again, you would not get him back awakened. But if you pulled him, gave him an Awakening Gem, took him to Sig 100, and then pulled him again to take him up to Sig 120, then if you sold him, you would get back the Awakening Gem. And yeah, 100% you should do that. You might as well. It's getting back a free Awakening Gem, basically. The only reason to not do that is you don't get those resources right away. So if you need to use your Namor, like let's say you use Namor in Alliance War or something like that, well, you're going to have some downtime where you don't get the resources back immediately. That could mess up war or whatever for you. How'd the last itemless adventure work out, BG? It was interesting. I didn't get through the path, but we learned some things. That's going to help for next time, so... Gwenpool's Sig ability. Oh, you're right. He wouldn't have killed me because I was Gwenpool. I would have lived. Speaking of living, am I going to live against this guy? I hope so. BG, can you do updated Infinite Streak guide in arenas anytime soon? I've thought about it. I get this feeling like they're going to update the arenas sometime soon. So because of that, I don't want to... like, I'm not even considering doing an updated guide until we get some sort of update to the arenas. No! Please don't kill me, buddy! Whew! That was a close call. Okay. Yeah, like my other Infinite Streak video, it is a bit outdated, yeah, but the info there is still good. Most of the arenas are pretty much the same. In terms of, like, how the infinite streak works, just in general. The requirements, of course, are different for different arenas. My video still works for the 4-star basic arena. The 4-star arena back then just got changed to the 4-star basic today. But it's the same concept. You just have to use higher level champions. So it's not ideal. But once you kind of understand the infinite streak for one arena, it's kind of easy to figure out for the others. The other part about the arena is that it changes. So now that players are getting rank 3 6-star champions, the minimum requirements are also changing. I really cannot tell you guys how badly I just wanted to have that be a written guide, so that when something like that changes in the arena, all I have to do is just do a little tweak. Just instead of, okay, rank 3 4-star, change it to rank 4 4-star, something like that, you know, as a minimum. Instead of being like, I don't know, putting some sort of clause in the video like, hey, it's gonna change, be aware of that. Like, I don't know, it's kind of annoying. Videos suck sometimes. Videos are great for so many things, but they're not always the best format. And it took a lot of work to make that first Infinite Streak guide, believe it or not. I'd be able to make it a little bit faster today because, yeah, back then I was still learning how to make videos, but I put a bunch of effort into that one at least. It wasn't like, okay, I'm just going to talk about the arena while showing some arena footage in the background or something like that, you know? I was really trying my best to show how it all worked. Could add a Google Doc to the description. That could be updated moving forward as when required. Just mentioned that in a video. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is I wanted to have a website, a web page instead of a Google Doc page. And do the exact same thing. I still would have made a video about it, but like that was the plan. That's why I never did a follow-up to those videos. It's just my plans. It didn't work out as well as I would have liked. Obviously. Donut Cop. Send it over 5. Donut Cop. Thank you very much, dude. Where are you at? Where's your last? Debating on selling Namor for the resources and Sig Stones for my recently awakened Omega. I think that's fine, too. I think that's totally fine. That was one of the situations that I think it's okay to sell Namor for. I do feel Omega Red's the better of the two champions. Just keep in mind, Omega Red does not have nearly as high prestige as Namor, so I don't know if prestige is a factor. That could hurt things for you. Other than that, like, if I could only have one of the two champions, I would want it to be Omega Red. Is Namor nerfed that bad? No. It's really not much of a change. But yeah, like I said, for most people, I do not recommend selling. There's just some situations where it does make sense. Donut Cop, thank you very much for the 5, dude. Appreciate the support as always. So there's that situation where you have someone like Omega Red that you want to invest those resources into instead. There's just basically getting a free Awakening Gem if you pulled him after giving them the Awakening Gem. It's another good reason to sell. in the unlikely situation that you pulled Namor as a 6-star and also have the like a 6-star at a high level, you might as well sell the 5-star at that point because, hey, why not? It's pretty unlikely that you need 2 of those guys, right? And if you do need 2, you could always re-rank them back up. And there's a few other kind of weird situations like that where it makes sense, but for the most part, the nerf didn't really have much of a change on him. Much points you on at the moment? 1.6 million. I'm not going for any champion though. I'm just kind of grinding for some milestones. I gotta keep collecting these units. Definitely gonna need. It's weird because, like, you know, I don't have as much. Like you know, obviously right now I can't do Alliance War, Alliance Quest. It's the reason why I left for Loki in the first place. And not being able to do those means I kind of don't need the arena as much because I don't have to cover donation costs. And I'm also not getting as many resources, so my rank up costs have also gone down a little bit. So because of those things, I don't need to grind arena as much for like gold and ISO. But in a way, I need units even more. One of the like I really need to make sure that I can get certain special offers that come around, because that's going to be one of the ways that I am able to keep getting rank up resources, you know? So I don't know, in a way, like, the arena has become more important, but yeah, I still, like, there's no way I'd be able to grind all of them like I used to get all the units and stuff, but I want to. I still want to, is what I'm getting at. Suck on this. That L2 is so satisfying. Should I rank up 4-star Omega Red or 4-star Archangel? I recommend Omega Red between the two for almost any situation. Archangel's great, but having the bleed immunity and masochism is something that a lot of people struggle with. And Archangel's not bad for masochism, but I feel like Omega Red is even better. BG, you have worse 6 stars than Legacy? I like my 6 stars. 6 stars? They're just a little bit... It's weird. Alright, I've been thinking about making a... I probably will make this video at some point, but no promises on this one. I kind of want to make a video talking more about game balance and why it's important and stuff like that. B. Daniels, I see your I'm going to read your comments in just a second. What was I going to say? So, yeah, I'm probably going to do a long talk discussion type video on why I think balance updates are important. And one of the reasons has to do with 6 stars. And just how difficult it is to kind of transition into 6 stars. The reason for that is, like, most champions in this game, even if you have them a rank higher, so if we're calling like a 565 champion and a rank 2 6-star champion, if we're saying they're relatively equal in terms of power, right? And then you say, okay, but a rank 3 6-star is clearly a big jump in power, right? Even with that jump in power, most champions in this game will not be stronger than your 565 champions. Will not be stronger than a rank 5 5-star. And that has to do with the game balance. And you don't need every champion to be equal in terms of power for that to be better. But if there's less of a gap between the best champions and the worst champions, then you could say, okay, you know, even though this isn't the best champion, it's still going to be an upgrade for me to rank up my 6-star. But the way it currently stands, even though I like my 6-star champions and I found some of them to be useful, it's rough, man. Like, I really don't want to take any of these champions to rank 3. Okay, B. Daniels. Mom's still in ICU. Gonna need another surgery Saturday, they were saying. They had to give her 2.5 pints of blood, plus other blood products. Got it to stop for the most part. Supposed to be home already. And, of course, my company doesn't have a load. If they don't have something for me tomorrow, I'm Ubering to airport and flying home. F them. I believe she's stable for now. That's the important thing. Okay, B. Daniels. Damn, dude. Gonna need another surgery, though, huh? Well, yeah, man. I mean, at least she's stable. It seems like, from what it sounds like, at least, sounds like things are under control. Just sucks that your mom has to go through that, dude. That's rough. I can only imagine not being there with her. It's pretty rough too. But all right, man. Keep us updated. Hope everything continues to go well. Sounds like it's going well, at least. BG, I'm 94% done with Act 5. Almost Elder's Bane. Nice, dude. Keep it going, don't it, cop? Keep it going, keep it going. I found it easy to transition to ranking 6 stars because 565s take too many tier 2 alpha. Sort of, I guess. For me, they're still taking less, though. Like, I don't know. Because of the rank up gems. But, yeah, I mean, I could understand that, though. The way that they've really shifted the tier 5 basic and tier 2 alpha thing. Where it'd be easier to take than the rank 2. But what about rank 3? What about transitioning into, to taking them beyond rank 2? Or the people that have had... what was I gonna say? Or how should I put this? I guess maybe just the people who haven't hit that problem yet of too many tier 5 basic, not enough tier 2 alpha. For them, it's pretty tough. I don't know. And of course, some people get lucky. And for some people, it's not been a difficult transition. For some people, it's like, okay, I pulled Corvus twice and got a tier, and, you know, got a tier 5 Cosmic Cat. I'm good, you know? But for others, of course, it doesn't work out that way. Pretty RNG based. Black Seraphim sent it over to saying, BG told me sometimes you just got to shove it in. What the heck are you talking about, man? I'm assuming you're talking about eating broccoli. Because, yeah, it may not taste great, but it's good for you. And yes, sometimes you just have to eat your broccoli, kids. That has to be what you're talking about. Nothing inappropriate whatsoever here. Is there any free-to-play with a rank 3 6-star? I don't know. If you're talking about like 100% completely free-to-play, I do not know. It's certainly possible. All you got to do is clear the Abyss one time. And the Abyss is definitely doable free-to-play. I know there's people that don't spend much that probably have a rank 3. I could definitely see that being a thing. Maybe spend very infrequently, or maybe stop spending at some point or something like that. But 100% free to play, I do not know. Like I kind of sometimes I wish there was a way to see that, just for my own curiosity. I wouldn't really want it like something displayed in game. Like I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want there to be like a leaderboard or something for free to play. I think that'd be damaging for the game. But there is part of me that wants to see stuff like that. And I wish I could just ask Kabam, like, hey guys, can you just tell me? Can you just show me, like, I just want to see who has like the strongest free-to-play account or something like that, you know? They never would, of course. But it'd be cool if they could do that. It's just a game. Send it over to saying you're going to have a 100K sub party. I have a tiny thing planned, but it's nothing too crazy. It's probably still going to take me a little while to get to 100,000. I don't know what I'm currently at, but it's been going a little slow since the content has been slow as well. If I get back to releasing videos regularly, I'm sure it'll pick up and I'll hit 100K in no time. But yeah, I still have some time to think about things. But dude, thank you very much for the 2. I don't want to say anything more than that. I don't want to give away any kind of plans. But thanks, man. I mean, you can ask. That's true, Star. I can ask. But I'm sure it's gonna be like, I mean, maybe they could say. I mean, I'm sure they couldn't show me, because that's like personal information, right? But maybe they could say, like, answer like a yes or no. Like, hey, is there any free-to-play player with over 2 million rating? You know, like maybe that's a question they could answer. Because it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible to be 100% completely free-to-play and have an account with over 2 million rating. You cannot keep up with like the top of the leaderboard with like the big spenders. There's no way that you can keep up with those guys without spending. But 100% it could be over 2 million rating. I didn't start getting, like, first off, I didn't play this game until it was already out for like a year. And then for the next 6 or 7 months or whatever, I wasn't in a hardcore alliance at all. It's basically doing one battle group of map 1 alliance. And then it took a long time for 4 Loki to build up, where we weren't getting class catalysts and stuff like that. So, you know, by the time I got my first 550 4-star, there were people that had like a few dozen already. Maybe a few dozen's kind of generous. From a free-to-play perspective, maybe like 15 at most, or something like that by the time I got my first. But anyway, that's still quite a bit. And then, of course, I grind more than the average person in the arena, but there's definitely people that grind more in the arena, you know? I'm not even even like YouTube-wise, I'm not even the hardest arena grinder. Let alone entire player base-wise. So yeah. Black Seraphim and over another buck saying FPG. I think the only person that would have had you beat in the free-to-play market would be this guy named. I'm trying to figure out if this is one of those names that sounds bad when you say it. Is this really a thing? I don't. Is this an Backstabber? Tell me. You gotta tell me before I read it out. Is this some inappropriate stuff or not? Ooh, Hector's fighting the Collector. Ooh. Yes, it's real. Okay, all right, I'll read it out. Okay, so the rest of your comment. Okay, the only person that would have you be in the free-to-play market would be this guy named Sloop John B. But I think he quit. Check out his YouTube under the same name. I don't think I've seen that. I know a lot of the YouTube people, but there's definitely some that have slipped under the radar for me. I don't think I remember seeing that. But interesting. I'm almost positive that there's people with higher accounts than me that are free to play. I know for sure there's people higher than me that spend like super infrequently, have picked up like a handful of offers over their time playing. I know that for sure, but oh, he quit a long time ago. Okay, but yeah, I am definitely curious about like the 100% free to play thing. Part of me like. There's definitely a side to me that wonders, like, what if I went hard in this game, you know? To some of you guys, I know it looks like I play this game a lot, and I definitely play this game an above average amount. But what if I really like just went all in on playing this game, and I actually did play? Like I grinded in the arena for like 8+ hours every day on average. I grinded every single 5-star champion that came out and awakened them. Made sure I got every single unit outside of the ones that I couldn't get when grinding for like a big feature champion, but never missed a milestone otherwise. Even grinded beyond the milestones at times. Because early on in this game, I figured out like how many rounds of the arena it would take to generate units. That was one of the first things I tested. And it's roughly 3 rounds in the arena for 2 units. As long as I'm remembering this correctly. But on average, it's roughly 3 rounds in the arena. Gives you enough battle chips to get 2 units. Because, yeah, 3 rounds in the arena is a little over 1,000 battle chips. And then it was like a little over 500 battle chips on average for a unit. And, man, like, that's definitely a thing you can do. It's not something that I would want to do, but what if I did? Like, if I was younger, I might do something like that. If I was like, let's say I started playing this game when I was, I don't know, like 19 or something. And I was like, you know what? Screw it, man. I'm just gonna play the crap out of this game because that's what's fun to me. And yeah. Not think about making a website. I wouldn't even make videos. Like, I don't know. No, I'd have to make some videos, that's for sure. But if I just said, yeah, I'm not even going to bother with a website, which, I mean, as far as you guys are concerned, that is what I did. But so I don't have anything to show for it. I mean, I kind of have something to show for it. I just don't want to show what I have. It's not good. It's not good enough. But anyway. I sometimes think about that, and then I quickly think, like, man, this game's fun, but I'm still, like, there's still so many other things I want to do. I'm sure some of you guys have had the same thought too of like, okay, where would your account be? Not that you would want to do that, but where would your account be if you just said, okay, maybe not on like a super crazy level, but let's say you're not an arena grinder. Let's say you're not an arena grinder and you think to yourself, okay, where would my account be if I just hit the top 10% in the 5-star arena every single round? And then start thinking like, okay, of course I would have more units and I would have more 5-star shards. The amount of 5-star shards you'd have would be an extra 208,000, so, you know, like 21 crystals extra pop open. Definitely not a website, BG. That's been holding you back for years. Stuff the website and go hard in MCOC. I know, man. I should have, right? My thought goes to, how much would I save if I quit the game, and what would I do with my time? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have also thought the same thing. Got gold pool, duped Sig 126 recently. Any thoughts, BG? That's a high Sig level gold pool. Gold pool, I like him for his synergies, and he does have good prestige, but other than that, the champion's mostly a trophy champion for me. That's kind of my thoughts. But if you like him, some people do like him. I had an alliance mate, a battle group mate, who ranked up their gold pool partially for prestige, but also to use them in Alliance Quest. Because they just liked him. Maybe you're in the same boat. I would actually rank up gold pool if, let's say I was using Nick Fury, Captain Marvel. If I was using those two champions a lot, then I think it'd be good to have a gold pool ranked up, because I would find myself running Suicide still and using that synergy a lot. And hey, having my synergy partner ranked up could come in handy for sure. Good morning, BG from Germany. I think you said something about it yesterday, but would you sell Namor to rank up Colossus? I think I would, yeah. Everyone's situation's different, and of course, in some cases, Namor better than Colossus. But in general, I would rather have a high-ranked Colossus than a high-ranked Namor. Prestige is also a factor. Namor's prestige way higher than Colossus, but in general, I find Colossus to be more useful than Namor. So what you want to do with that info is kind of up to you, but yeah, that's how I feel. Honestly started loving the game again more once I semi-retired and stopped grinding arena. Was feeling the burnout. Yeah, that's the thing too. So like even if, let's say, I did want to go crazy, super hardcore in this game, grind arena 10 hours every day, I would just get burnt out. I wouldn't enjoy it. Everybody, like, that's the best thing you could do in this game is just to find a level of play that you enjoy and that you can keep up consistently. And that's going to change for everybody. I like the arena, so I can play the arena as much as I do and enjoy it and not get burnt out. But if I go hard for like a feature champion or something like that, I feel the burnout too. And for everybody, it's going to be different levels. Some people hate the arena, and any amount of arena burns them out. So whatever you find works for you, stick with it. A year ago, you'd be considered crazy for saying you'd rather rank Colossus over anyone. You're right. All right, Hector, from what I hear, Hector is fighting the Collector in Abyss. This is his first clear. So I want to go raid Hector right now. I despise Arena. You're not alone, Rubato. You've got a lot of people out there that also despise Arena. But let's go check in on Hector. Hang on, I'm grabbing a link right now to his stream. Hector's a good dude, so show him some love. If you guys can. Where's he at? Oh yeah, he's about halfway done. He's fighting with Morningstar? Okay, I wonder if that's a team revive. But here's the link to Hector's. It's in the chat. It's time to end it. It's time to end my stream and go hop over his. I actually have to run out, so I'll probably be there by the time Hector finishes the Collector, but if I don't make it there in time, you guys gotta represent for me. Show him some love. Before I go though, Art of Chaos, the owner of Donut Cop, thank you for being the big D's. I don't think did I miss? Just got this feeling like I missed adding someone up there. I don't think so. There was a bunch of other super chats though, so yeah, thank you. Even if you weren't up there on the big D, thank you guys. I appreciate the support. And yeah, on that note, I will see you guys tomorrow, normal time. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, good night, everybody.